There we go. Apparently, getting your ass kicked in your morning show means you lose your mind and forget how to turn the microphones on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run with old Johnny here from ProCraps. It is Thursday. It's going to be a really short show today. I've got a meeting that I can't miss starting at 8:30 today, so I'm not going to do the Bubble Craps run that I planned to do today. So we're just going to sit here and talk a little bit. And I want to remind you of a couple of things, and then we'll kind of review what happened this week on a couple levels, and just I want to open it up for questions. So we'll have a little Q&A time today. So if you got stuff you want to talk about, just put a PC in front of it, and I will see it in the chat. And that way we can kind of get our conversation going. All right. So here we go. Trip Around the Table will be in 2 weeks. It'll be every other Sunday starting in 2 weeks. That's gonna be the new schedule for that. It's hard to make it a weekly show. Scheduling folks in is really difficult to do. So we'll do it every other week starting next Sunday. And a reminder again for Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. He needs chips. He's making that table build for the Crafts for the Cure event. So make sure you get your chips in to Joe. You can contact him through his channel, or of course get on our Discord, Casino Gaming TV's Discord, and contact him that way. Easy squeezy. All right. I want to review the Paycheck with you a little bit, and we'll have a little bit of talk about that. And then yeah, we did some Bubble Crap stuff this week. And we did three things. We did the skill slash, which was basically a different way to do a drawdown. Just different bet levels. It's a more of a one-hit regress drawdown than a two-hit drawdown, which I like to do. That came from Dialing at Skill and Luck. We did okay with that. I think we won like $50. The Marching Parolee was a fun one. Again, these are all, to me, they're all side bets, right? When you're playing at Bubble Craps, you're doing things for $1 or $2. It's just ways to kind of just have a nice, long, grindy session and have some fun, right? I would not take things like the Marching Parolee, which is, the 4, 5, 9, and 10, and you march them in and cross over kind of thing. I wouldn't do that on a real table with 25-hour chips. It's just kind of a goofy way to play. It's literally pin the tail on the donkey, right? You're just kind of moving bets around and hoping that things happen for you. It's just a fun way to have a side bet, right? That's what that is. Yesterday we did the crappy 6, 7, 8, which I kind of like actually on Bubble. You place the 6 for like $12. You lay the 8 for like $36, and you end up, when an 8 rolls or a 7 rolls on the 8, you lose your $12 on the 6. You win $24 on the 8. You get to go out there for $12 across and play for free. If the 6 rolls first, you win your $14. You go out there for $12 across, and Bob's your uncle, right? It's a very simple little strategy. You just place one, lay the other, and just let something happen, and then you play across. That's a fun little Bubble Craps thing, right? And you get these $2 bets that end up just whatever, churning some money. We got real lucky yesterday. I did a hard way parlay, and we hit it on the 8, and the 10, actually. We hit 2 hard way parlays here today. So that was a little bit fun, maybe a little bit fun. Today I was going to do Dark Justice, which is Jen's strategy, which is essentially laying the 4, 5, 9, and 10, grabbing a little bit of field and horn on the come out to save a don't, and then doing double odds on the don't while you're playing dollar across, right? That's a very simple little strategy that just grinds out the 7s on a bubble machine. But because of time, I can't do it today. Maybe I'll play some of that tomorrow with you. So again, these Bubble Crap strategies are just, there's fun ways to kind of grind through. I think that they represent to me, just let me stop thinking about life on the table. Let me just not put my entire paycheck at risk. Let's just go out there and sit and put like 10, $12 out there at a time and just see what happens, right? So those to me are fun. And I think once in a while, just, farting around with Bubble Crap stuff is fun, especially for, if you think about your bankroll size, right? And I've said this before, if your bankroll is not huge, right? If you're not able to buy in consistently for $750 or $1,000 at the $10 or $15 table, you're handcuffing yourself at those tables. Unless you're playing a super tiny strategy, $12, 6 and 8 only kind of thing, you're handcuffed by your bankroll. Bubble Craps is the place you should be playing. When your bankroll is $300 to $500, you should be at a Bubble Craps machine, and you should find ways to play Bubble Craps with dollar-sized bets that will grind you out $25 and $50 wins, right? That's why I do these things. You can see, I do it on Crapsy because Crapsy is an RNG instead of me rolling the dice. And I do it B so you can see what can you do with dollar bets. And as you saw, we had a couple of good runs there, right? Take the hard way out of it, right? With dollar bets, you can grind out some decent little wins percentage-wise. And make your bankroll last a while and grow it up so you can do the bigger buy-ins. But I think bubble craps, to me, we poo-poo it. You see some guys on YouTube that are betting thousands on bubble craps and going crazy, right? That's, I think, fun to watch, but it's not real. It's not real life. I think these more grindy ways to play are more real life, and some of them are just goofy little fun plays. So think of them as either a side bet or as a way to kind of save your bankroll by playing something simple. $2 across. It's not about the 6, 7, 8. It's not about the skill slash. It's about, if a move like that happens to work for you, how do you make $2 across work and make you some money? So that's what it's all about. Anyway, they're fun. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll do some more tomorrow. Okay. With that said, I want to hit the paycheck stuff. I was talking to Jen like literally 10 minutes ago. We were in chat talking about the paycheck, and I'm playing right now what I'm calling vanilla craps. And let me actually go to my table. I'm going to turn the table light on. I want to go over there and I want to talk to you about what I'm doing on the table right now. And it's funny because she's right. Everybody hates what you're doing, right? They all hate it. Jen says, take the bubble seriously and don't throw away your bank. No, I'm not telling you to throw your bankroll away. I'm telling you here's some fun ways to get to your $2 across bets and play them out, right? That's the thing. You got to get to the $2 across bets to play it. Anyway, here we go. Let me show you where we are. And I think it's funny. I was joking with her. Everybody hates what you're doing. Here's what I'm doing, right? I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm doing 250 on the pass line, and we're doing a parlay. And I'm going across massive, right? We're doing this massive across bet. We're going, 550 inside, right? And let me roll the dice. I'll show you what happened. There's a 4. The point is, that was a 4, 3-1. 3-1, 4. There's the point. Take the 4 down, and it's odds. Right now I got an across bet. I got a massive pass line bet. I got some odds back here, and I'm going to take 3 hits, right? We're going to full press, man, because why not, right? We press full. There's a 10, right? It pays $300, and we full press that son of a gun, right? Full press it because we're degenerate. There's a aces, which doesn't matter. Watch me make a freaking paycheck, right? And there's a 7. There's a 7, and we burn the whole thing, right? So we burned a couple $100 potentially from that 10 we didn't collect, right? That's what I'm doing in the garage. Everybody hates it, right? Everybody hates the strategy. Why do you hate the strategy? Well, I think partially because I'm losing, right? I'm doing that. I'm getting 1 hit and I'm burning my bankroll. I'm getting 1 hit or 2 hits and I'm burning the bankroll. Or I'm getting a full press here and a full press here and I 7 out and I don't collect. And you're all like, John's an asshole. John's a dumbass. John sucks. This strategy is stupid. I hate watching it. That's the kind of comments that I get, believe it or not. I get stuff. I get emails from people that say things like that. Why do you hate it so much? Here's my question. Why do you hate this so much? Is it because it's green and black chips and I'm burning $1,000? Is it because it's green and black chips and I burned $4,000 twice today? I got to tell you something, and I mean this with full respect. So don't take what I'm about to say as something mean or negative, but I have been at the table with many of you. I've been at the table with many people in my town who do this. 64 across and a $10 line bet. And we catch at midnight. We'll lose our line bet. We'll put it back out there, right? Watch what I'm going to do here, okay? There's a yo 11. So that's a winner. Fine, that covers the 12 that we just lost on. I'm not worried about the line right now. There's a 10 hard, okay? And the puck becomes a 10, and you take your $10 behind there as odds. You got a pass line bet with odds, and you're going across $64, and you're going to press. You're going to take that 9. You're going to say, cool, that's $14. Great, awesome. And maybe you're better than me, and you go, I'm just going to half press it, or I'm going to maybe do this and take the $4 back and get the hard ways, right? I see people do this all the time. Take my 9 to 20, give me the hard ways. Good, right? And when the 7 comes, you go, man, that sucks. That's only $64. I got 600 in the rack. I can do this 10 times, right? Right? $64, actually it's $74 in your rack that you're out there for, right? You have 64 here plus the pass line, $75 essentially. And you go, well, I bought in for $750. I can do it 10 times. I'm going to let that happen to me 10 times. How many times have you heard Jeremy from Color Up or David from Casino Quest tell you, bring enough money for 10 shooters. because certainly one of them is going to do good. And how many of you are doing 64 across or 96 across or 66 inside, letting a point come in, grabbing your odds, maybe even preemptively getting the hard ways and saying, well, we're going to be a right side guy, and I got enough in my rack to withstand the ass kicking that's about to happen. How many of you have done exactly that? Yet, you will tell me you're an idiot for doing the exact same thing with black chips, right? That buy-in in the garage is $4,000. This buy-in is $750. It's no different. When I talk to you guys about bankroll management and bet sizing, there's zero difference between 64 across and 640 across or 750 across based on the size of what you put in the rack, right? If I come into the rack with that, a bunch of purples, and I'm going to go 750 across, it's no different than you coming into the rack with this and going 64 across. There's zero difference. The difference really is that I'm bringing enough in the garage to try this 4 times. You're bringing enough to try it 10 times. You're both, you and me, what I call spraying and praying. You're putting it all out there. You're putting it everywhere. People even say to me, you got to be in the horn. You got to get $4 on that horn. You got to get everything. You got to make sure that no matter what happens, you're bringing money off that table, right? I'm just pointing it out. Bet sizing oftentimes gives you googly eyes. You see reds and whites and you don't care so much. You see greens and blacks and you're like, oh my God, John's a maniac. It's all relative to this. Everything you do up here is relative to that. And it's how you decide to play. This typical right side person, right? Have you ever seen this guy play? Raise your hand if you've seen this guy play. 54 across, pass line with odds, hard ways, maybe a horn, or maybe a field bet to go along with it, right? You've seen that person play. Matter of fact, I would bet you at the table, even this person is doing the same exact thing, right? Got a bunch of money out here. We got 24, 34, 44, about $50 out here. And I brought $500. We're going to go 6 and 8, pass line with odds, grab the hard ways and pray to God something good happens, right? And you're like, hey, that's a smart player. He's got not a lot of risk out there. He's playing this thing as smart as he can. Well, you're also going to say this guy right here with 250, 300, and 300 with 250 in odds is an idiot because that's way too much risk. He bought in for $5,000, doesn't matter, right? Don't let the color of the chips skew your judgment of what's going on. If it's a bad play, it's a bad play. If everything on the right side and your entire rack or a quarter of your rack is a bad play, it's a bad play for me and it's a bad play for you. You bought in for 250 and you put $64 out there, not a smart play. You're giving yourself 4 cracks at it for $65 and you're going to be burned, right? Again, let's make sure that we're honest about what we're upset about. Are we upset about playing the way that 90% of the population plays? Or are we upset about the fact that we're playing that way with green and blacks? Or are we upset about playing that way with only 4 cracks at it instead of 10 cracks at it? So on the bad day, I lose $4,000 instead of losing $10,000, right? Be honest about what you're upset with when you see things like that, okay? Now, coming back over here, let's get back on track and talk about the actual daily paycheck and what we're going to do next month in the paycheck. I don't know yet, right? I played vanilla craps this week because I wanted to just not think. I told you on Monday, I'm like, I've had a bad stretch of time here in my personal life, right? And I'm just like, I've got to just play some bubble craps on the show. I've got to just go out there and throw the dice and let bets win or lose and just not do anything complex, right? Remember last month when I did or 2 months ago when I did the odds maker strategy, right? Pass line and a donk, and that was it. Sometimes I just want to make it easy and not have to think too much and not have to put too much pressure on the shooter either, right? I don't want to have to get 4 hits to win. I don't want to have to play that way, right? So going into next month, I'm still kind of here with what I want to do for the paycheck. There's so many ways to do it, right? I'm finding, and I'll take your comments here in chat, right? You can put a PC in front of this one here. Put a PC in here. Tell me what you think about this idea, okay? I have all my life And I've told you all my stories. All my life, I've played conservatively, right? I've played not so much small bets, but a little bit of 2 hitting down, a little bit of a couple of like horseman style, right? Little don't pass, couple of combats, don't pass, 6 and 8. Very simple, grindy kind of ways that I've done really well. Like I've not hit a lot of home runs, admittedly. I've hit enough, but I've ground out a lot of small wins and a lot of small losses, right? Those are, relatively speaking, I'm on the front side of that, but not by a ton. The home runs make up the difference plus a little bit. In the paycheck play, I've been saying all along, let's do a grindy thing. Let's do a thing that's going to not put our full bankroll at risk, right? With a $4,000 bankroll, doing a headless horseman with a $400 don't pass and $300 come bets with $4,000, $700. I'm going to get what, six cracks at it basically, right? That can be a nice little grind, right? Little low volatility, little bit of a come ladder, a little bit of a 7-unit come ladder. Get 3 or 4 of those in there, right? $4,000, I get 4 cracks at that. That's a grindy way. It'll probably take 30 or 40 rolls to get there versus the drawdown from last month, right? Where it's a one shot, right? One shot, boom. If we don't get a come out 7, we're going to win our paycheck. Essentially, if you don't get a come out 7, you're going to win a paycheck, which is fantastic, right? How great is that? I didn't think I would enjoy playing paycheck style YOLO like that, but guess what? The more I've played, we've done 140 paycheck shows now, and guess what? Getting in and out of there in a couple, 2, 3 rolls and knowing today's my day or today's not my day quickly has been way more satisfying. Even today, getting my ass kicked up there today, way more satisfying to take and just go out there and tell the biggest guy on the street one of these and taking a shot to the chin. Better. I'll take that better than getting beat up by a bunch of kindergartners, right? Getting a bunch of small people out there beating the crap out of me with a million fists, taking 50 shots to the face and the back and the legs. I'd rather not get my ass kicked that way than just get one shot from the biggest guy in the block, right? That's what it feels like up there when I'm doing these things that I got to win 20, 30 times. Or we lose, have to win a bunch, lose. I'm telling you what, death by 1,000 cuts ain't fun. I find less enjoyment in that than I do in just mano a mano, let's get it done with the 7. And I'm finding that paycheck plays where it's the Red Cross at the $1,000 level or the Dallas Drawdown at the $1,500 level, way more satisfying to go in there and just get it done and get the hell out. These other ways to play, the across bet with a couple of hits, the half pressing, the skill 66, all these ways to play that are more grindy and whatever, those are good ways to play when I'm going to be there a little bit, when I want to last for a while, when I want to play with friends and have it go out. But if I'm in there to make my money and go home and build the bankroll up, or, Kathy says, hey, I'd like to go see a show. Like, cool, let me go take $1,000 at the casino and see if I can just get us some tickets real quick, right? Go take $1,000, turn it into $1,500 and get the frick out of there. YOLOing, these faster ways versus trying to, grind through. I'm enjoying that more. And maybe it's age, maybe it's the fact that it's fake money. I don't know, but I'm just coming clean with y'all. The Paycheck Show has, if nothing else, got me into this new rhythm of like, I'm not going to sit here and completely grind. Now I may go out there next month with a horseman or a come ladder and do a purposeful grind just to get a feel for, again, going back to like, what is that like to play that way for a paycheck? And let's see if we all like it. But I can tell you this, this huge amount of bets that need 4 or 5 bets to win, or you lose it all, not nearly as fun or satisfying as the YOLO plays. So there it is. That's what I have to say about the paycheck. I'm going to do a little quick search here for PCs and see what y'all are saying with me. Let's go. Waylon says, I have not done it at the bubble craps level yet. Easy to do though, right? And remember, let me show you what the Red Cross is, the bubble craps. Actually, it's a great point, Waylon. I'm going to get some lights going here. The Red Cross, here's the secret to the Red Cross. And I think hopefully, Waylon, you'll agree with me here. The way that it was born from was the 75-100. Okay, so here's the 75-100. I'm going to show you how that sets up. It's 125 on the 5, which is 5 units. Okay, 150 on the 6 and 8, which is 5 units. It's 5 units here. It's 3 units in the field. This makes it pay 175 minus 75 is a $100 clean win. It's 4-unit win, right? 5 units, 3 units, you win 4. And you put 4 units on the line and you baccarat the thing up. That's the magic of this, right? If you play that same strategy, and I'll do it here at a smaller level. We do 5 $5 units. It's 25, 30, and 30. It's 3 $5 units in here, okay? And it's 4 $5 units in the pass line. That's the Red Cross at human level, not Wayland level, okay? Here, these win 30 bucks. I'll pay it like this. They win 30 bucks or $35 up on the line. You would lose the 15, so your net is 20. Your net is, again, this wins a net of 4 units. This wins a net of 4 units, right? That's how this works. It's always 4 units. You win 3 in the field. 1, 2, 3. You spread the money around, okay? That's the Red Cross at the red chip level. At Bubble Craps level, and we can do this whenever we want to, it's the exact same ratio. Let me get all this crap off the table. I'll show you how it works at Bubble Craps. It's really, again, simple, man. Sit here and grind dollars out all day long, and it pays the exact same way. It's 4 units or 5 units. So you put 5, 5, and 5. Right? So it looks like that. It's 5 units, $5 units there. It's $3 units here, and it's $4 units on the pass line. Right? It's 5 units, 3 units, and 4 units. And again, if a box number hits, it pays $7. We're going to pay it out with white chips. Box numbers pay $3, $6, $7. You lose 3. You put the 3 back. You're taking 4 units to your rack on a box hit. Okay? If the field hits, it wins $3. Doesn't matter where the point is. You take that $3. You're going to go 1 to the 10, maybe 2 to the 4. Or whatever. You put your $3 up in the box. The line is at $4, right? It's always 4. So the line wins, that's a 4-unit win. So you're going to win 4 units up here. You're going to win 4 units down here. You're going to win 3 units in the field, and the field always comes back up. That's the Red Cross at Bubble Craps level. And again, this gets laddered back and forth. What's your total output here? Right? It's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, $24 per shooter. Okay, with a $500 bankroll, how many times can you play that? Right, you get 4 per 100. That's 16 times you get to play that thing. And again, your goal in doing something like this, if you can turn that $24 into a $15 or $20 win, boom, money. You've done your job, and that's perfection. Okay, there it is. I got to get out of here. I have to have a meeting right now. I got to run. So there we go. I'm gonna run to my meeting. Y'all, let me go over here and see you. Let's go here. And glasses off, light off, and I got to run. Love y'all. Thanks for hearing me rant. Tomorrow, we'll do some Bubble Craps runs for a full hour. It's going to play around and have a good old time. So with that said, bye-bye. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.